All right, so I'm recording and I can send you, it's from a hotel room, so it's not going to be the fastest internet, but I can send you the audio and video. I can send you this after,
All right,
but
awesome.
it's recording the whole deal right now.
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
Let's do this best interview we've ever done, Trayvon.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, actually, hang on. Hold on. Shit. Got the wrong damn shirt on. Okay, here we go. Gotta get the shirt on.
Yeah, you got to represent.
Yeah, I know exactly. I gotta get the merch on. Gotta get the merch on real quick. Got the wrong shirt on. Not advertising for DC. They ain't paying me shit right now. Yo, DC. For right now. All right, yeah. Gotta get that in there. Oh, all right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yo.
Gary Anthony Williams. Gary Anthony Williams. All right.
Yo, man.
Come on, Trayvon. Come on, Trayvon. Gary Anthony Williams. Gary Anthony Williams. I got my questions up right here and everything. All right.
I got my answers ready. I've been up all night waiting to give you answers to stuff. So I got my answers ready to go.
Okay, so can you see me? You can see me, right?
Yeah,
right,
I'm not happy about it, but I see you.
We're not happy about it.
Nobody needs to see you, bro.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All right, here we go. Going live, 3 and 3. 3. It's my background because like my studio is like right here next to the streets. Like, are you getting any background noise, anything?
No, I hear nothing but your sweet melodious tones.
Yes, of course. Sweet and melodious. Big words. Indubitably. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's good? Respect my nerds gang, bro. We are back in the mother building, bro. Yo, Los Angeles, California. Today we got a very special guest for you. Y'all already know what time it is. Respect my nerds. We're gonna give you the best interviews possible. Today we got Gary Anthony Williams.
Trayvon, I gotta disagree with you, brother. While you playing them drums, I gotta disagree. We're not giving the best interview possible. We're giving a better interview than possible. This is better than it's possibly going to be.
Possibly going to be. Now, Mr. G, can I call you Mr. G? G-A-W?
Wow. Yeah, you could call me Gary, but I prefer to be called Mr. Yeah.
Mr. Okay. Senor.
You know I own slaves. I got white slaves, so I'm used to being called Mr. every day. It's just part of my reparations. I made a deal. Part of my reparations.
You got a whip.
I'm a gentle slave owner. I'm not hitting people. I'm gentle.
Okay,
I insult them. I insult my white slaves.
That's no fun. No. They like to get smacked on the ass, but that's another conversation.
You don't know nothing about slavery. Negroes don't know nothing about the made up world of slavery. What's up, Trey? What's up, man?
What's up, Gary? So for those of you, y'all know Gary from Uncle Ruckus and Whose Line Is It Anyway? And what other walk of life, Malcolm, Malcolm in the Middle. There's a plethora of things that Mr. Gary Williams has sunk his teeth into.
Well, let me tell you right now that you mentioned Malcolm in the Middle. I am actually shooting right now. They picked up 4 special episodes of Malcolm in the Middle. Man, we haven't shot this show. It was only the second TV show I ever did when I moved to LA back in '98. So I haven't worked on this show in 20-something years, man. So we're shooting a reboot right now. Nice. That's why I'm in a beautiful hotel room right now, Trey. A beautiful hotel room overlooking Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. My Denzel. All right. That's what's up. And you're reviving your role as Mr. Abe.
Abe Carnarvon, yeah. So I play my son on the show is Malcolm's best friend, and then I'm Bryan Cranston's best friend. His name is Hal on the show. So reviving that role, yeah. They brought the whole cast back, man. So it's fantastic. Yes, indeed.
Bravo. So Mr. Williams is an American actor, comedian.
I'm an African-American actor. I'm a black.
African-American.
A black actor, yes.
He's a black actor. Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. Is a black improviser. Yes. So he's a black American. He's an American actor, American comedian, African American comedian, African American voice artist, or actor, whatever you want to call it. Writer and director, born out of Fayetteville, Georgia. Could you tell us a little about Fayette, real quick, man?
Yeah, Fayetteville, man. That's south of Atlanta. It was a tiny, beautifully little racist place when I grew up down there many, many years ago. Just beautifully racist. It's not as racist as it was, but you can still go down there and find some racism if you would like. I can take you to a place within seconds of walking into Fayetteville. So yeah, a little southern town I grew up in, man. Grew up super poor down there, and now there's a lot of film. Well, film industry slow everywhere, but still a lot of filming going on down there in Fayetteville right now.
It's cheaper to shoot in the South than clearly in LA or New York. But yeah, so
Yeah.
you got your start in the Atlanta theater and improv scene.
Yeah. So I started acting in high school, but actually seriously by computer error. Started acting in high school, and then a friend of mine saw me doing some Shakespeare, and then invited me to join this improv comedy team called Laughing Matters. So I started doing improv comedy there. At the same time I was doing Shakespeare and stage stuff. So yeah, everything got started down there, man.
Rapunzel, let down your long hair. Yes.
I did have long hair at the time, so people could climb up. By the way, in that story, she lets down her hair. The dude climbs up and knocks her up. That's what happens in the story. She has a baby while she's living in that. It's it's not the story that you think it is. Yeah, he climbs up, knocks her up. She has a baby. Later they escape. He goes to the woods. I think a witch gouges his eyes out, maybe with hot pokers or something.
Yeah, he does go blind.
Yeah, it's a violent, all the Grimm's fairy tales were violent. We made them pretty later, but yeah.
Right.
And the Beastie Boys said, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair so I can climb up and get into your underwear. They were closer to Grimm's fairy tales than anything else.
Wow. There's a movie called The Brothers Grimm that I really enjoy with Matt Damon and I think Heath Ledger, I believe. I could be wrong, but I love that movie because it's really dark.
Yeah.
Rapunzel is actually like a witch that, kidnaps children and sucks their souls. And it's really dark, really dark. Really
yeah,
dark.
Grimm's fairy tales are dark. Like in the real Grimm's, I don't think she was a witch, but there was a witch that lived in the forest. That's who blinded her dude. I think they did turn out okay in the end. I have a bunch of Grimm's fairy tales at home. I'll look next time I go home. I'll gather all the Negroes of the neighborhood around and read Grimm's fairy tales to them.
Now, I'm going to just throw out some projects out here before we get into, I'm pretty sure, what everybody wants to hear, which is clearly the Boondocks.
Do they want to hear how I have my laundry downstairs before I go shoot today? Because one of the machines, listen, this is a big hotel in Vancouver, and they have like 3 washing machines.
Wow.
And I'm going to be here, for a while shooting. So they have 3 washing machines down there. So people might want to hear about me doing my laundry here. But we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that
later. Listen, all that can be under the X-rated interview. Okay. So some of the stuff that I remember you in away from the Boondocks is definitely Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
That was
smart brother.
He was a smart dude. And you gave him a watch and he is like squeezing out hot sauce.
With the hot sauce in it. Undercover Brother actually started out as a cartoon on the internet. It was one of the early internet cartoons, man. And in that cartoon, I played the character of Undercover Brother. I played the character of the boss, the man, the chief, the man. I think I played Conspiracy Brother, or maybe my buddy played that one. But I played the majority of the characters in the internet cartoon, and then they bought it and made it into a movie. Yeah.
Bravo! What? Damn! I didn't even know that. So that's some research that I couldn't find, but I'm definitely gonna look more into that. So that's just a testimony to your voice acting, then, which makes amazing. That's amazing. Could you tell us how it was working on the set of Undercover Brother?
Oh, dude, it was fantastic. First of all, like Chappelle was not yet Chappelle. He was Chappelle like to black people, like we knew his stand up, but he wasn't Chappelle to the rest of the world yet. So everybody would be like, "Oh man, what is it like working with Eddie Griffin?" It's like Eddie Griffin's fine. This Dave Chappelle cat's the funniest dude you'll ever meet in your life, dude.
Mm,
Every day we had to take a little break, man, a laugh break, because that set was just ridiculous all the time. Uh,
right.
and Chappelle was also probably he was up there in one of the kindest people I have ever met. Met categories, man. He's just a good-hearted dude. I can name the kindest people in Hollywood on a hand and a half, and he's one of them, man. Just like always inclusive of everybody. Just a really good guy.
Right, right. Well, Bravo, because that was more of Eddie Griffin's movie, and like if you
Yeah,
listen to some of the stuff that Dave talks about, Eddie Griffin says the same damn thing. It's just that I think Dave's Dave is getting his just due because he was supposed to be that next, Martin. I mean that next Eddie Murphy, you know, comedian actor that kind of breaks out, or just his comedy is just supposed to break out, and so he's just getting his just due with just what he was already projected to do, But like you got to work with a lot of diamond in the roughs. Could you tell me about what it was like being on Soul Plane? Because Soul Plane is definitely like a cult classic. Like, you played the flamboyantly gay steward.
yes. Hold on one sec. This is crazy. I got to take care of some home business. Just
Okay.
one sec. I'm going to be talking as I'm texting this. So,
Do your thing. No, do your thing. Do your thing,
um,
please. Do your thing. Do 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 do
yep,
do
yeah.
do
Uh-huh.
do do.
Uh-huh. I'm going to say this.
Talk to me.
Hi, Americans. If you're listening to Trayvon Copeland's show right now,
Yes.
Gary Anthony Williams got a text from his wife, and he needs to deal with something very quickly.
Yes.
We'll be back immediately after this moment.
So listen, people.
I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost
Nah,
there.
do you think? No. I'm keeping the people occupied while we having a brief intermission, which is fine. I'm open for intermission. But so I'll tell you guys a story, a very short story. I walked into a store and I saw a woman with huge breasts. I didn't think anything of it. I've seen women with huge breasts before. Now, if your kids are watching, you probably shouldn't let them watch this story. But I know I'm joking. It's not that serious. But I got to be one of the most luckiest people out of luck to ever have lucked. Because somewhere in my mind, I just said, like in the cosmos, I wonder what would happen if that woman's breasts had miraculously just popped out for the world to see.
Okay, that's enough of this titty talk. First of all, I never look at a woman below her hairline. All right. So you're being
Yeah,
very disrespectful right now. I don't know what women have below their brows. All right.
I
So
understand.
my mother, you don't know this about me, so this is kind of private. My mother was a woman. So once I hear you talking about a woman's breast, I immediately think you're speaking about my mother's breast immediately. So there you go. Hi, Gary Anthony. I'm back now. I may have taken care of some business at home. I don't know.
Okay.
Things may have gotten taken care of. I do not know. I
We're
don't.
gonna we're gonna, we're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. So Soul Plane. How
Yes.
was that? Because that's another diamond in the rough. Because like you said about Dave, Undercover Brother, he wasn't Dave like now Dave, and
Right.
Kevin definitely wasn't Kevin
Yeah,
like
Kevin
now Kevin.
had no, exactly. Kevin had so I think what you're trying to tell these people is neither Dave Chappelle nor Kevin Hart would be shit without what I did for them in the past. That's a
Really,
given.
really,
Both of them will admit that.
really.
No, Kevin had like one. He wasn't. even that big known as a stand-up so much. You know, Chappelle was already known as a stand-up since he was young.
Yeah.
Kevin had not done that much. He was funny as heck, man. But yeah, he hadn't done that much at the time. So yeah, when we did that movie, man, like, but everybody else was in the movie though. Like he was surrounded by some really funny people. D.L. Hughley was in it. Snoop was in it. I think no, I had met Snoop in the past before that. I thinking that's where I had met him. So like it was such a huge cast he was surrounded by. Yeah. And everybody thought, oh, this is, I couldn't tell when I was doing the movie if it was going to be funny or stupid. I was like, I just got to do it, man. Right. John Witherspoon was in it. So we were in that together and we were in the Boondocks together. So,
and Boondocks.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it was really stupid fun, but I couldn't tell if it was going to be good. Angel Conwell, I don't know if you know who she is, like beautiful, funny, talented black actress. Sofia Vergara. So it was just full of good, funny, fun people. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, there's a fun job. Yep, gonna go do it. Let's go do it. So,
I hear you.
Yeah, man. I've had fortune to meet some really good people in Hollywood, and a lot of buddies who are not from there go, hey, do you like those people, man? Are they this and that? Like I've met some really kind and fun, generous people out there, like super cool. So it's not, not everybody's an ass. That's true in every walk of life. And I've met some really good people, like on those sets specifically, like really good folks that I'm still in touch with to this day.
Bravo. Right
and I think that role was supposed to be, I don't think it was JB Smoove. I think it was, give me another skinny comedian. I think it was Smiley. I think it was, yeah, I think it was Smiley. I think it was supposed to be Ricky Smiley, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see that. I don't know if Avion would have went for that role, but
and I think he was too. I think he was too talented to do it and smarter than I was. And so, yeah, I auditioned for it, man. And it was like, well, this is just stupid fun, and yeah, and wound up doing that. I remember being in Atlanta after I did that, and again at a laundromat because I'm usually somewhere, some long term, getting some clothes done. And and this gay dude comes up to me and goes, "Is you Flame?" And I was like, "Yeah, I play Flame in the movie." He goes, "You ain't gay, is you?" I was like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "You know what? I hate you." I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because before you, I used to wear purple lip gloss. And now I can't wear my purple lip gloss no more because everybody just think I'm trying to be you." I was like, forgive me. I let me tell your lips, I'm sorry. So
sorry.
Yeah.
Damn. Not you out here making it hard for gay people. We're gonna spin back around to that.
See, that is I will say this. That's probably a role I would not take now because I would feel like I'm taking it from a gay person. And that's in all honesty. Like definitely, you know how people go, hey, it was a different time back then. Right. It was different then. A straight man could play a gay man then. It was different time. But I doubt seriously I would ever do that role. I would leave it to a fine
somebody who's actually gay.
Yeah, a fine gay actor to get his gay acting on, man, and let him.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, put on for you people. All right, so I got one more question before we get to the Boondock stuff because I'm like, listen, that's what everybody really wants to know. But I'm like, listen, people, there's a journey. It's a start, middle, and end, and we have to start somewhere, and we get to the middle of things before we get to an ending.
See, I usually start at the ending, then I jump to the first part, then I go back to the middle. But we can do it your way if you want. If you want to think of time as linear, we can go ahead and think of time as linear. I happen not to believe that. I believe that time folds back unto itself, as Neil deGrasse Tyson might say, if he was me.
Yes. Well, listen, brother. I'm just trying to get these questions out for these people. That's all I'm trying to do, brother. That's my job, brother. That's all I'm saying.
And then let's use your so-called air quote linear time.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out, ain't no ding, no B. Shout out, ain't no hey. Shout out, don't see. Shout out, say, boy. What?
I wish I could disagree with that.
Have a Sam on ding dong, people don't ding dong sing. Some dame on ding. Some tame don't dame on set a tame on set a time on ten and wine. Where?
Again, seriously, with all joking aside, I seriously wish I could agree with that.
Yes. So what inspires you to want to pursue a career in acting and comedy? Because you're funny as hell.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I never thought for a million years that I would be doing what I do now. I never thought for a million years I would have a career in acting of any kind, drama or comedic. I never thought of doing any kind of comedy at all. Literally, I was in a class in high school. I was a smart student, but I was a lazy student in high school, and I was trying to burn some hours, and there was a class to learn lighting, stage lighting, and how to make stage sets and stuff. I was like, that's an easy A. I'll do that. And then the computer put me in an acting class. I got in it. I tried to get out of it. And the director, Robin Bennett, was like, nope, this is for you. and it was fun. So it was a mixture of I found something fun and I was lazy. I never, ever intended to be doing what I'm doing now. Ever, ever, ever.
Wow. So y'all hear that out there, man. I just got to shout out your role on Boston Legal real quick. Shout out to Clarence Bell. I think that's a memorable role.
Again, that's a role that I probably wouldn't do now because I came in a straight character, but dressed as a woman. So then I played Clarice. I played her brother, the real me, which is Clarence. I played another version of myself, which was the tough brother named Clavant. Mm-hmm. I played all three of them. And then now and then I would just come to work dressed up as Oprah Winfrey. So it's a role now that I go, I would leave that to somebody in the trans community.
Right.
My brother Mike one time, who always had my back, but he always went, hey, Gary, you smart, man. You don't go in acting. You need to be in computers or something. Because, family has a way of trying to
apprehend you.
No, they're trying to help you. They're trying to help you from getting hurt. And he knew that I was a smart kid, and he was like, yeah, you can't make a living as an actor, but you can make a living doing computers. He's probably right with that too.
No, we need you, Gary.
Well, I could be doing both right now. I could be writing up some equations. But I don't know what you're talking about, except my brother Mike telling me, you had asked me a beautiful question, one of the best questions I ever heard. Mm-hmm. And about acting and getting into it, but I don't remember what it was. Either way, I will just finish my Mike thought was him trying to save me from hurting myself. Oh, yeah. So that brought me back around to when I played the trans character and the gay character. And he was like, are you not worried about this hurting your career? And I was like, what career? My career is my career is my next job and the next fun thing I want to do. So if the next fun thing I wanted to do back then was playing like an 8-foot tall dude or a guy who pretends he's a woman to get what he wants out of life like that, no, I'm not worried about hurting my career with that. Now there's just certain jobs I wouldn't take out of respect for other people who should have those opportunities that I had. Right.
All right, listen. Y'all know what time it is, bro. Let's go ahead and get into it, bro. Listen, I'm just trying to be professional because, I've never done a direct.
Okay, that's a bullshit. First of all, hold on. Hold your black lips. Trying to be professional. Them some Negro words right there. Because we know you ain't no professional. Oh, I'm just trying to be a professional. Well, you can try all you damn want to. All right? A frog with a square ass can try to lay bricks, but he can't. A Negro can try to be professional. A profession is a white man's job, like a dentist or a doctor or architect. A Negro, the only professional thing you can do is light up another damn blunt.
I actually don't smoke.
No, no, okay, okay. All right, color man. All right, color man, you don't smoke. Your breath smell like either chronic right now or menthol cigarettes. I can guarantee you, ever Negro's breath smell like menthol cigarettes.
Oh God.
That's just a given.
Oh
It's like
God.
toothpaste for their mouth. It's a
Oh
minted
God.
toothpaste for their mouth.
So let's get into this because, like, again, you've already said you worked with John Witherspoon
Yeah.
before, but what like you just went in for the audition for the Boondocks? And
Yeah, so I go in. My agent called me and said, "Hey, there's this cartoon called The Boondocks," and I was like, "I know it well. I read it in the newspapers, and at that time I had every book that Aaron had written, every little Boondocks book. Like he wrote little tiny ones, and then he had wrote the big compilations. I had them all, still do. And I was like, I know it well. I want to audition for every male character in there. So I auditioned for the part of Granddad, both of the boys, and Tom, the next door neighbor who my buddy Cedric Yarbrough plays. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
You was cooking him.
Yeah.
You was cooking him without me.
I do. That's my dog right there. So I auditioned for all of those roles, and then they were like, "Okay, cool." And then Aaron was there. I saw him at the back of the room. He's like, "Cool, cool. Oh, by the way, there's another new character we've invited into this world. His name is Uncle Ruckus," and he shows me a picture of him and he describes him, and I go, "Oh, I know who that is. Okay, okay." So when I did the Uncle Ruckus audition, that's when from the back of the room, Aaron was like, "What?" I saw that look in his eye that I've only seen a couple of times in my whole career, where I left that room going, okay, I'm pretty sure I got that job. Because I knew Ruckus, man. You know, coming from the South, there's some good folks down there, and there's some ignorant folks, like some of the friends that my daddy used to have that I still couldn't understand why he was their friend. So I just took some of that energy from those dudes and created Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, look here, he's just a big old dude. He ain't gonna move too fast for nobody. Let a white man ask him to move. And then, of course, I'm gonna move all damn day long. I won't stop moving till the white man says stop moving. It's like a cockroach at nighttime. I'm gonna keep moving till the white man says stop moving. Yeah, Ruckus is definitely my favorite character ever to play. And I do a lot of cartoons, man. But Ruckus is, like I do, yeah, I have some new cartoons coming out right now, but Ruckus is still by far my favorite to play. And Aaron just lets me have carte blanche with him. Like even the very first episode of the Boondocks, when we were doing a table read, that's where you read for all the producers and stuff before it ever goes on the air. And the script said, Ruckus sings the song Don't Trust Them New Niggas over there. And so we get to the table read, and I asked Aaron, I was like, oh, dude, you didn't put the song in here. What do you want me to do at the table read for the producers? It was for Fox at the time. And he goes, we'll write it later. I'll tell him we're going to write it later, unless you just want to make something up. I was like, I'll just make it up.
Make something up.
So I made it up at the table read. I made up that song. And then when we went into the studio to record the next week, I was like, okay, so what's the real song? And they're like, oh, no, we just took what you did at table read. We wrote it down for you so you could just sing the same thing. So Aaron would let us improvise. I mean, they wrote beautiful scripts on that show, man. Rodney Barnes, Aaron, Carl Jones. And then he would just let us improvise as much as we wanted to.
Wow.
On that show, yeah.
You know, I interviewed Rodney.
That dude is a mastermind.
He got a big brain.
He does. He carries, if you ever watch him, he carries a separate suitcase with him to hold all of that brain. He's a very smart man.
I believe it.
That dude is brilliant in every way. Like, he's a huge horror fan, but he's just funny, dark funny. He and I do a lot of conventions together, sitting side by side. And like the stuff that he would say is 20 times worse than anything Uncle Ruckus could ever imagine. Like the worst stuff Rodney Barnes put in Uncle Ruckus's mouth, writing for him. But even at the conventions, like, I won't use the N-word. I just don't. I say everything else but it, and I insult people all day long.
Yes.
But, Rodney wants me to go in deeper.
Go full throttle.
I can't do that here, bro.
Nah, I can't do that. No. I got no. You're gonna mess up the money. So I believe I asked you this question before. There was a pilot for an Uncle Ruckus movie. Could you tell us a little more about
Yeah.
that?
So I can't tell you quite. I can tell you two things. I can't tell you quite what the movie was about, but yeah, there was Aaron had come up with an idea for a live action Uncle Ruckus movie. But he wanted to raise the money for it, through social funding,
Mhm.
crowdfunding. And he
Yeah.
had always said, like, if we don't make this money by this day, then I'm pulling out on the whole thing. And a lot of people started helping towards the end, like Snoop Dogg did. I went on Snoop's podcast and we did a rap battle together, Uncle Ruckus versus Snoop. You can still
Wow.
find it online. I let him win.
You let him win. Exactly.
I had to. He's Snoop.
Exactly.
No, but yeah, you'll see the rap battle with me and Snoop online. And so the money started coming in, but it came in too late, so we never made it. But he had hired a wardrobe person to make me an Uncle Ruckus costume, a makeup person to do my Ruckus makeup, and then we would just do stuff, crazy shit, and even crash the NAACP Image Awards. Man, they did not want Ruckus up in there. So I went, they turned me away, but then a Ruckus fan saw me, gave me the ticket, and then once I did that,
Over.
it was over. So yeah, I got in. So that
I
was
saw a video. I don't know if I think you were at a college. I don't think you were at the NAACP, but I think you were at like a college and you were walking around as Uncle Ruckus.
that was at the NAA. If you saw me walk, well, if it was a lot of people sitting, that was at the NAACP Image Awards.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that online.
Yeah.
I saw that as a kid. I was like, yo, look, Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people will come up. A lot of people come up to me at conventions and go, "Oh, there's a dude who used to dress like you, going around the different." I was like, "No, that was me," because I've lost like 160, 70 pounds or something. So I was like, "No, that was me. That was not some dude dressed as me. That was me back in the day."
Right.
Being Ruckus. I would love, like, if that could happen again, I'd love it. And the other thing I wanted to add to that was right before Witherspoon died, we had started shooting some new seasons of the Boondocks. We weren't allowed to say anything for a while. And then, he passed away, and it just became a whole thing about how to replace him. Do we use JD? Do we use somebody else? Blah, blah, blah. Logistically, it's just kind of troublesome,
Yeah.
But even after John passed, Sony and HBO, they were still trying to make it, still trying to make it happen. So I had recorded 8 new episodes of the Boondocks that you will probably never see.
Never see.
I never say never with that show, actually, because it's been dead several times and then back. So
right. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed because, like, bro, just the impact that the Boondocks had at that time and that it's still doing, like, bro, just great content will never be erased. You can't erase it.
No, it was it was a great show. That, like, the performers were great. Like Regina King, Cedric, John Witherspoon. You can't beat those guys. And then everybody just after that wanting to come in and be a part of the whole thing. You had the best, brightest black minds coming in there, like, to be part of everything. Sam Jackson, like,
Yeah,
Charlie Murphy, yeah, Cat, like, everybody's like, let me up in here. Lunel,
get up on that.
Yeah. So yeah, it meant something. The political satire and commentary, the social satire and commentary, like, it won a Peabody Award. It had something to say. It wasn't just clowning for clowning purpose. Like, that's fine too, to be just funny for funny, but it had something to say. And even now, we're I can't say exactly what, but we're messing around with some stuff right now.
Developing, I understand.
A little more messing around with some stuff, but the beauty of that is it had a message and it has a message, and that message is as relevant now as it ever was. I'm not one of those dudes who sit still. You see me all the time.
Yeah,
I got stuff to do. I got things to do. Yeah. So, but I also cannot deny what a special what a special project that is and was. So
Right. Man, listen, like if you like just on your downtime, like if you had like a 6 week window, like let's yeah, a 6 week window to like hire a makeup designer to like get that outfit and just get like a web series, or you just going out as Uncle Ruckus and just interacting with people in LA. That'll generate. If you can start your own YouTube channel if you don't already have one, that's gonna hit 1 million. Each episode will hit 1 million views.
no, definitely. Like you just said some magic though. It's time because I luckily I don't it's not time for me to slow down doing stuff yet. So it
Yeah,
would have to be like really carving out some time to make all of that stuff happen,
right.
But like if anybody comes to any, I think you and I are we going to both be in at DreamCon together?
Yes, I'm going to be hosting a panel at DreamCon. So hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully whatever y'all doing for the Boondocks, because I was about to get to that at DreamCon. So I'm going to be hosting the panel.
So
Anime versus comics, comic versus anime. This is our shirt. We're gonna be selling merchandise. There's gonna be over 500 people at this panel. Over 500 people at this panel, and we're just gonna be some rock stars. Dude, it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a popularity bracket, back and forth, controversial takes, like do everything. So hopefully,
very cool.
Hopefully, if you can make it, that'd be awesome.
Well, I'll definitely be there. So I don't know what we're doing panel wise, but I know just at our little table booth, it'll be me, Cedric Yarbrough, who plays Tom and Colonel Stinkmeaner, Carl Jones, who is writer, producer, Boondocks, artist, all that stuff, and Rodney Barnes, who's also writer, producer, Boondocks, and everything else. Look up Rodney; like he's prolific. He's ridiculous. From Everybody Hates Chris on
Winning Times. That dude, big brain.
Yeah. No.
Big brain.
So yeah, we'll all be down there, Boondock. That's the first time that there's going to be that many of us together at one convention at DreamCon. What is that? The May 30th?
May 30th,
31st, and the 1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll all be down there, man. So come by and see your Uncle Ruckus, unless you colored. Send your white friend to come see Uncle Ruckus, because I refuse to talk to a Negro down there.
Damn, man, I had a couple more questions. Okay, so how was it working with Aaron? Because like I've tried to interview Aaron before, like he's a busy guy. So how was it working with Aaron?
The same thing I said. That whole crew. First of all, they had the goods, man. They had the stories, they had the writing, they had it all, and above all that, they trusted the people they hired to deliver. So Aaron, like day one, was me, Witherspoon. I can't remember if it was the checker scene. It was a scene like the checker scene. If not, me and him playing checkers in the park. And so we do one as written. And then at some point, Aaron goes, okay, we got that. Now put the scripts away. We're just going to improvise. So from day one, they would just let you improvise scenes, like me and Witherspoon just going back and forth at each other in character.
Oh.
So no, he has always had my back in even any little, like if you follow me on TikTok, I've been a little busy lately. I hadn't been able to post any stuff, but I do a lot of like Ruckus content, just songs that I create and like all kinds of stupid stuff. And Aaron is nothing but absolutely supportive of all of that stuff. So once he knew that I had the voice of Ruckus, you know what I mean? The voice of Ruckus in my head and who he is, then he's very good at letting me just mess around, It keeps it alive. It keeps it fun, keeps it relevant. So
that character's still living on. No, so that one song you did, I saw it on Instagram at the Black History Month. Like,
it's over?
It's over.
It's over. Thank God it's over. It's done. I hope you had your fun. You won the holiday. Well, the white man gave you one. 28 days, 28 too many. And there's that white man giving plenty. Yeah. Yeah, Ruckus, he don't like y'all.
He hates us, but we love him.
Y'all not like him. Y'all not like him.
Oh my God, I gotta listen to that one. Oh, if you made it, oh my God, I gotta listen to that remix. Listen, y'all. Gary, we almost had all the time. I mean, we would have gone on for 2 hours. If we
I got to get that laundry, man.
Yeah, I know.
I got to
Listen,
get that
I gotta
laundry
say this.
down
I
there.
gotta say this. I gotta say this real quick because Gary is a unicorn. This man is a writer and a director. He helped co-found the LA Comedy Short Film Festival, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a producer. Look, I'm multi-talented.
He's a unicorn.
A juggler. I'm multi-talented and just a great guy.
Great guy.
Just
1, 2, 3
Yeah.
questions. 3 more questions, and then we got it. Okay.
All right.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Let me look at the last stuff I downloaded. Let me see.
Okay.
Seriously, because I don't want to lie. Because I'm always downloading something like, oh, I hadn't heard that in a while. Wow. Okay. Weird stuff. My last downloaded stuff.
Fine. We like weird stuff here.
But by the way, the majority of my music is usually hip hop. But then sometimes I'll start feeling nostalgic. So I just downloaded a BB King Blues Summit.
Nice. I knew you was gonna say something blues or jazz related.
Yeah, and then a really old blues dude called Lead Belly.
Mm-hmm.
Then this dude I just saw on Instagram, this big dude called Bubba Graham. I just downloaded his album called Big Man Steppin'.
Does he play an electric guitar?
No. This is just a big black dude who raps.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah. So, dude, just crazy. I'm all over the place. Dochi was one of the last ones. No, we're not doing this. Now, I need to ask you, Trevon, because I saw a lot of people hating on her, and I need to ask you why.
All right. So the thing is, it's like the Lizzo. What or not? Because Lizzo was defended by a lot of people, but it's just like when you do things and say things that are controversial, and you're a public figure, you're going to be judged. You're going to be because now
are we talking?
She won a Grammy. She won a Grammy. You can't take that away from her.
Are we talking? That's what I'm about to ask you. Are we talking about her actions or her talent? Right now.
Her actions.
Okay. See, I don't know what her actions have been. I only know I heard her without even knowing who she was a while ago. Downloaded some music. I don't know anything about her actions. I only knew about what I was hearing.
Right. Anxiety. She got a couple songs, but see my thing. But that's all my thing is. Is like, okay, well, listen. I understand that nowadays media, you got to do things to get yourself seen. Regardless for the people that don't like you, for the people that will just go listen to whatever you try to advertise. I understand that, but it's like, with that being said, you still open that door to be judged.
So what is the thing that she is doing or is being that disturbs you? Why should I be hating her right now? Is what I'm trying to find out from you.
I don't hate her. No, I don't hate her. I just.
But you thumbs down her, and I'm thumbing her. I'm thumbing right up in her. So you thumbed her down. So I want to know, what is it?
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I know she came out and said heterosexual males are a red flag. And, like, that is just extremely controversial. That's extremely controversial because I'm like, yo, we just over here minding our business. Like, leave us out of, like, whatever y'all got going on. I'm a heterosexual male. We over here minding our business. Like people can talk about, if people say something like that about any other subgroup that's considered to be a minority or whatever, somebody that's trying to fight oppression, then people would have lost their damn mind. But it just seems like it's a convenience of everybody to shit on heterosexual men for some
heterosexual men been shitting on people for years. Let's get real. Right here. White men, straight white men, or at least pretending straight white men, have been fucking up stuff for years. Years. If you spend that much time fucking people over, expect to get fucked over at some point. If you spend that much time, and me and you as heterosexual men might go, hey, I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. Unfortunately, if you're in a subculture or culture that has been doing that, you get looped in, and you
Right.
go, oh well, fuck, they fucked it up for me, and we
Right.
have. Heterosexual men have fucked stuff up. Men have fucked up the world.
Fair
They
enough.
have. They're the war starters. They're the if you look at who vote, I don't know how you stand politically. I am the opposite of Ruckus. If you look at who voted for Trump,
Right.
men above all else. Men, not that big a group of black men as they claimed it is. I have the
Yeah,
numbers. I can see.
we
I
didn't
can see
focus
the
on it,
numbers.
bro.
We voted higher than we did in the past, but still, it was not high. But
Right.
men have fucked shit up. So when if you spend your life slapping people in the face, don't be surprised when you get slapped in the face. Just don't be. So that's why I was like, okay, let them have their turn because we fucked it up.
Right. No, you're right. Now, fair. No, when you say it like that, you're right. But see, here's my thing, brother. Brother Williams. You know,
Yeah, it's brother Copeland.
I've saved a lot of people lives throughout my life cycle from the time I was 15 years old to where I am right now, 32, getting ready to become 33 in July this year. And especially for a black man, there are no rewards for stuff like that. Like I've saved 3 women this year. I saved the young girl who car flipped over right in front of me as I was getting ready to go to work. I pulled her out of the car and got away from her car and just got her some help. An old woman fell and dislocated her hip, and she was concussed. And I went above and beyond my job, like which I didn't have to do, to make sure that I secured the area, because if I didn't, she would have been in that house and she would have died because my client wouldn't have got back home until 3 days later. And 3 days without water, a human will die.
Do you know what Doshi would say to you? I'm suspecting. I ain't talking about you.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and you we ain't started no wars, right?
Right.
You and I, we're not trying to divide the world through races, but there are people who are. So I know that if somebody's not talking about me, like she ain't talking about you, but as a whole, like more men voted for Trump and thought, he talked the game that they thought they needed to hear at the time, and now what he talked is proven bullshit because that's what he is.
2 thumbs down.
So that doesn't mean that you just because you're in that group, that doesn't mean you're the shitty person. She ain't like, I can't speak for Dochi,
right?
But that doesn't seem like she'd be talking about you in that case, like from helping some lady with a broken hip. But and I don't know what she said about hetero. I'm not trying to defend her, but I do understand that when a group has been so
egregious,
yes, then like expect some back. Expect. I always tell, like, if anybody go, man, like when a lot of white dudes, you say, well, I hear the word nigga in rap, so why can't I say it? Like, you can say what you want, but you might get hit in the face.
Right.
you know. So yeah. Plus, I and to be honest, I was raised, I have 2 brothers, I have 6 sisters, so I was raised with a lot of female energy around me. So it is much easier for me to agree with the female side of things, just because I've seen the bullshit that men have given women in the past.
Right.
So, it's like, hey, I would rather be on the side like you're talking about and be a good person and know that I'm never waiting for somebody to say thank you. I'm just going to keep doing whatever I'm doing and try to be as good as I can. So,
amen. Y'all, Gary Anthony Williams.
But I'll say this though, that the heterosexual Negro man is the biggest scourge ever put on this earth. All right,
Gary, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother,
for your time. And I hate to have to take that segment into me, but I just have to just speak up for black men. I don't speak for white men. I definitely don't speak for any other men. I only speak for black men and black people. So that was just really my whole thing. But I know the last girl I saved like 3 weeks ago on the train was a young black woman. A man was trying to sexually assault her and I ran and pushed them off of them and scared them off. And so you know, we got to protect us. We got to protect us. I love
yeah,
us.
man, we got to. I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. I agree with all of that. I'm just saying, don't take it to heart that somebody's talking directly about you because they're talking about somebody who's in, who happens to be in your group. You know, and if she had said Trayvon Copeland, if she had just nicked you by name,
squabble.
right?
Now name drop me, we're gonna squabble. Gary,
bro,
man, listen, bro, I can't wait to see you at DreamCon, bro. Listen, I appreciate this interview.
Yeah, man.
Listen, we love you at Respect My Nerds. I know, like, all my fans are gonna go freak out. Bro, live long and prosper. I would like to see you do more Uncle Ruckus stuff. I would like to see more of stuff that you elevated. I know you did a lot of stuff with the Clone Wars. A lot of voice acting, crazy voice acting resume that we ain't had time to get into.
We can do this again. We'll do this again and get into some stuff because we were both in a rush today trying to get stuff off. So we're all good, bro.
Bravo. Hey, listen, give them hell with your you don't say good luck on the set. Give them hell with your knock in the middle stuff and all your future endeavors, bro. I will see you in DreamCon. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Hey, Respect My Nerds. We out of here, bro. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, hold on. I'm not going yet. I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to stop the video. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh no, it is still recording.
It's recording. No, it is recording.
Yeah, no. There was something else. Oh, okay. This my desire.